Well, it is a given. When Cirque du Soleil comes to town, you can always expect to be wowed. And I believe that starts with a costume. So I have Tanya, head of wardrobe here, and she's going to show us a little behind the scenes so we can see what goes into every night of performance. So, well, thank you so much for having me here, first of all. I'm so excited to be back here.
You're welcome.
And I see case after case of costumes. There's a ton. And I want to start with the women's costumes because they are the most interesting to me. So I see a lot of those in here, I believe, right?
Yep, you're looking at all our spare road cases right now. This is all our spare female costumes. So as you can see, there's a lot of shiny stuff and glitter. These two are part of our slippery surface act. Part of the costume designer's aim was to make the shape of the body a little bit different and to accentuate the movements of the acrobats. So she's added a lot of feathers and ribbons to the costumes to kind of make them bigger and give different kind of movement and shape to what they do on stage.
I mean, because I know it's never easy, especially for a woman, to want to put yourself in a full leotard and have everything showing. So it does help some to have a little bit of extra added on.
Yes, yeah, it changes the shape a little bit and gives you something different to look at. This act is supposed to be kind of like an underwater scene, so they slide a lot. There's a special surface that they slide along, and it's a special kind of fabric so that they can slide even further, and then you've got these added bits on top of the lycra as well.
Now what about this one? I love this with the colors. That's wild and crazy.
This is one of the Icarian costumes, so it's one of the first acts that you'll see in the show where they do the foot juggling. This is the Russian swing costume. So we have two different costumes here. We've got the porters, which is this big jacket that we've got here, and they wear this one underneath.
Now, the guys who are flipping all over the place, are they wearing these jackets?
No, these are the ones that are the porters. So they're actually pushing those guys that are flipping, and the guys that are flipping are wearing these costumes that have the extra kind of muscle padded bits.
Now that's still some extra weight added onto them, huh? As they're trying to do things?
Yes.
Does that make it difficult for them at all?
I think when they first learn how to do it and work on the swing, it's quite challenging because their body shape has changed. It's not their normal body shape. So when they do a tuck or a spin, they've got more parts of their costume or of their body that they have to account for.
I think for their legs don't look like this without the costume.
Their abs do look like this, though.
Oh, I could only imagine. Now, what's your favorite costume? Do you have a favorite?
I do, but you only see it at the beginning of the show. It's called the Monk, and it's a costume that is very tall, and it's purple, and it's kind of like a curtain, so it drapes down. It kind of creates a magical presence on stage, so that's one of my favorite ones.
What else do we have?
We've got the hats road case over there.
This is the hats. Okay. Am I allowed to put one of these on my head?
Sure. Okay. But then we have to throw you off the Russian swing.
No. Okay, that's off. It's off. I don't want that to happen. These are so neat when the guys are wearing these because they put them on the tops of their heads. It's a scary face. So you put it like this.
Yep, and then they put the head down.
Yeah, like this, that look
exactly.
Good,
yeah.
So what one are you putting me in? I hear that I'm going to put one of these costumes on.
You are. You're lucky. You're getting one of the girls' costumes. So
okay, good. Glad we're starting there.
We're putting you in a slippery, in the slippery act costume. So we call these the blue leaf. So you're going to go in a costume that's very similar to this. So lots of lycra and then these fantastic blue leaves.
And they're going to cover me in all the right places, which is great.
Just about, yes.
Tanya, thank you so much for having me back here. I cannot wait to be transformed.